Alright, the Scream Team's disagreement meeting time.
Yep.
This is about Ben Affleck being chosen to be Batman in the Man of Steel sequel movie. And we're also probably talking about a little bit of Michael Cranston being Lex Luthor. But first, the biggest thing for us right now is I'm pro Batfleck, and he is
Not so much.
anti Batfleck. Now, what problem do you see with Batfleck?
Well, for starters.
Like with Ben Affleck himself, not just if it was different if the director doesn't matter right now,
Well,
it's
I
just
was gonna
Ben Affleck.
say, Ben Affleck as Batman is not gonna work because Ben Affleck is always playing Ben Affleck, and I do not see Ben Affleck ever possibility ever being a Batman ever.
When I saw him as Matt Murdock and as Daredevil, I couldn't even tell it was Ben Affleck barely.
Well, I haven't seen a movie in 10 years, so I don't really.
I guess we'll watch it sometime later, but and the director's cut, the good version everyone likes.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of anxious to see that actually.
But people like he didn't play Ben Affleck. He played like he got into character really well, surprisingly. So you never know. He might be good. He might be bad. But the director, I mean, he's good for what he's done so far. But
Yeah. I mean, he did 300, Dawn of the Dead,
Watchmen.
yeah. Then he did Sucker Punch, which I heard that movie isn't that good.
It was okay adoption from the book, but it could have been better.
And then Guardians of not Guardians of the Galaxy, it's the with the owls. Anyway, he's one of those directors that he can make a good action flick. I admit. You know, the new Superman. You know, that's a pretty damn good
Man of
action
Steel was
in
pretty
it.
good.
300 had pretty good action in
So
it.
I could see the fight scenes between Batman and Superman being pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping he can get the character of Bruce Wayne right, because there's a big chance he might not, and there's a
Slight, yeah.
that he will.
Yeah.
But I'm pro Batfleck. Actually, it sounds more like anti Zack Snyder, pro Zack Snyder more than Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I know, because Zack Snyder can maybe direct a good action flick, but his characters are kind of boring, dull, and not very cool. The only one I actually liked was Rorschach. Other than that, of all the characters he's had, I didn't really care for anybody else.
That's not even get into that actor's really bad portrayal of Freddy Krueger.
No. It wasn't really bad, it's just he didn't have a
It
good
was
director.
Rorschach's voice again.
Because you know what the bad thing was? It was directed by a guy named, I think, Samuel Bayer. And
He
he's
a music video maker.
But see, Michael Bay was a music video person too. And well, he would just sit this Samuel, whatever the fuck his name, and fuck the guy. Anyway, he actually did the music video of Nirvana's "Smells Like a Teen Spirit." And I guess if you do a music video, I guess that means you're gonna be a great director, which it doesn't. But him and Michael Bay were best friends for like 10 15 years before that guy ever even made a full-length movie. So then when Platinum Dunes, which is owned by you-know-who, Michael Bay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But man, this is not very much to arguing, is it?
Yeah.
We're kind of agreeing on things too much.
Yeah, we kind of are. Okay, look, freaking Zack Snyder, he cannot write. He's gonna be a script writer with David S. Goyer, and David S. Goyer is an okay writer, but every movie he does that was good that he wrote, he always had a big director that directed that kind of helped him out. Well, this time, then the Batman vs Superman movie, guess what? Zack Snyder and him are writing the screenplay, and Zack Snyder is not a very good screenwriter, and when you have someone who's as layered as Batman, that just does not work for me. And then you have Ben Affleck, who isn't really that layered of he never played that layered of a character. He always plays himself or something that's sort of like him, because you can always tell it's Ben Affleck. Well, when you see Batman, he's like some dark figure who has like a disturbed past, and he just has a shitty life and all this shit. Well, guess what?
I don't know about that.
Guess what? Ben Affleck, he don't have that.
I see a few movies where he does act different, and he could pull off the Playboy thing.
Well,
it's the Batman part.
Yeah.
But you never know, because he hasn't really watched Daredevil. And the uncut version, he does act like I can see him as Batman if he does it like that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope. Because
yes,
Batman.
Yes.
No, because like Christian Bale, he did a decent job. He was all right. He had the look, and he could play him pretty well on both sides of the end. But he wasn't great in either one.
But we're not gonna get the Batman we all want
and
for a long
and the only
time.
reason why I like those movies was because it was directed by Christopher Nolan. If it wasn't directed by him, I wouldn't even care for him because I like his movies. Anything he does is good.
But
But Christian,
the
but
thing about
the
it's
other
not
ones,
just Ben Affleck. It's also just like new Godzilla movie. It's probably gonna get rewrites that those two had nothing to do about. That's probably gonna get rewrites by actual good people. You never know, because DC's gonna want this to be good. They aren't gonna take any chances of being shitty. They got so much writing on them right now, trying to compete with Marvel.
hmm
They will not want to fuck this up.
yeah, Green Lantern, no,
That's
fuck that
before they
shit.
were really trying to compete with Marvel. That's before the
No,
Avengers came out.
yeah, that's before the Avengers came out, but the Avengers was, the Marvel movies were doing pretty good.
I know, but see, this is after the Avengers came out. It was so popular. They really want to compete right now because they're losing in sales to everything. Even their cartoons are starting to suck now.
Yeah, that's true. Like that new Batman's TV cartoon
Yeah,
show.
the
That fucking
Batman with
sucks.
no fucking villains that any of us know.
Yeah,
Fucking
what's the
old
point of
villains we
that?
barely know.
What the fuck is that?
The
Like,
Walrus, Babyface, no Joker, no fucking Riddler,
how
no
can you not have the
Penguin,
Joker?
no
That's
Catwoman, no Harley Quinn, nobody. I mean, Harley Quinn, I guess if they're playing a classic Batman, you don't have to have Harley Quinn in it. But Joker, you gotta have Joker eventually. It's the fucking Joker. Batman cannot be Batman without the Joker. They're like yin yang.
yeah. Well, that could be in another conversation. But Ben Affleck. I mean, it's just something about him. I mean, he's good in comedies. You know that because Kevin Smith movies, the ones he's been in. And then he can play a pretty good dramatic. I mean, I haven't seen Argo, but I hear he does a pretty good job on that. But see, Batman has a certain. It just has this thing
It's basically the same
that
thing
makes Batman,
as
and
we said about Zack
it's
Snyder.
just
There's a small, no, well to me it's small. It's bigger than small, but not very. It's not the best chance of him doing it great, but there is a chance he will.
yeah, very small.
And if you take Zack Snyder's good chance and his good chance, it might be a good movie. It might
Mm.
just be a good movie. We want a great Batman. We waiting since before I was born. With all us fans were waiting for a great, great, amazing Batman. I don't think we're ever gonna get that.
Well, Michael Keaton was the closest you're gonna get,
Honestly,
other than the cartoon, the Kevin Conroy one, the Batman animated series. That's probably definitely the best, I think. But a lot of the movies, I think Michael Keaton's the best. That's my opinion. Because for one, he could play a billionaire, but when he was off screen and he was actually still Bruce Wayne, even though he was still Bruce
when he's
Wayne, he
Batman,
did a pretty good
he didn't have
job
to
under.
change his voice. You know, that's all I
And
do.
he just did a pretty good job because he could act. You could tell when
You
he's
can tell
feeling.
he's being different than when
Yeah,
he's Batman. You
yeah.
can tell it's
Well, you can tell a little bit, but you can tell that there's almost a darkness in Bruce Wayne, like before he's not even Batman, because Batman is really dark, and what's his name's really light, but you can with Michael Keaton's performance, you can actually see his
there's
madness.
something about him.
There's something about him. No other actor has done that at all. And Ben Affleck, I cannot see him add subtlety to Bruce Wayne being a playboy, but also having that dark. Just there's something about him that's dark, and there's something kind
I
of
know.
in his
Again, on
mind. And
Daredevil, he did act like that. There's something with him, but no one knows what it is, and he might do that way. You just never know.
no,
It's
it's gonna
gonna
suck. I know it is.
it's not gonna
That's my
suck.
opinion. It's gonna
Your
suck.
opinion is wrong.
Nope, it's not wrong. I'm right. I know I am right because it's Ben fucking Affleck. He's not
You're
gonna be a good
wrong.
Batman. I don't care.
Batfleck is gonna be amazing.
No, it's not.
Well, there's a small chance he will be.
No, it's not.
Yes, he will.
No, it's not.
Yes, he will. He will. He will. He
Nope,
will.
nope,
He
nope,
will. Well,
nope, nope.
Infinity.
Nope. Nope, Infinity not.
Infinity up your ass, out your mouth.
Fuck you. Well, Zack Snyder also, fuck you, because you're gonna ruin it too, because you cannot write for the shit.
I didn't say that. He did. It had nothing to do with me. I like you, Zack Snyder.
He could write a good action flick, and he could write, okay, decent characters, but when it comes to, like, iconic characters, really, I guess Leonidas is iconic, I guess. But, even him.
The Watchmen, the guys, the
Yeah, like I
big blue
said,
guy and the big blue penis. That's pretty.
I didn't really care for
It
that
was
guy
more
that much.
Rorschach. That was.
Yeah, Rorschach. That was probably his only character ever, and the role. Like I said, that movie was written by it was written by,
Dave Esquire, right?
but it's also written by David Hayter, which is also player who plays Snake in the Metal Gear Solid, he also wrote the screenplay, which he wrote the X-Men first 2 X-Men movies too. Which that's probably the reason why I actually wish I was probably good to begin with, because it had them 2 writers and not Zack Snyder. So he's good with directing movies. He just don't need to. He needs to stay
And
with the script writing.
Not him, but DC picked out Michael Cranston and as to play Lex Luthor. You know, the guy from the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, and he's in Breaking Bad as the main guy, and he's good in both. And you never know, he probably might be the only good thing about the movie.
Maybe because I've seen movies. I mean, he's a good actor and he's good in that one show. What is it again? Breaking Bad. Because I never watched it, but he's one of those actors that with under a good director, he's good, but once under bad directors, he's kind of just sucks. There was this one movie he was in as the bad guy. I can't remember what it was, but he was kind of just lame. Like, he was just boring as hell. I was like, really? That's Bryan Cranston, this amazing actor, playing that? I'm like, well, that means that's a possibility. It can be bad.
Basically, if maybe it was someone working with Zack Snyder doing it, like a better director. No, I like Zack Snyder, but if it was someone that was good for what needs to be done with Batman and like character, and then Zack Snyder could do the parts with the action stuff. If it was like that
Yeah,
together,
that would make more sense because he's a good director when it comes to action and stuff like that. But
as long as they don't fucking take Michael Bay and help do that. Fuck you, Michael Bay. Stop ruining our fucking childhoods.
well, yeah. I mean, Michael Bay's movies really. I mean, his movies aren't really that bad.
Oh yeah, explosion.
What's wrong with the explosion?
Explosion. Titties. Explosion.
No, pretty much it's if his movie ain't sappy, like it's something like Pearl Harbor, or if it ain't freaking explosions, then it's not Transformers. They can make a decent movie. There's The Rock, which is good. Armageddon's good.
Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain sucked. I hated that.
Exactly.
But that doesn't matter because I still like the movie he did with.
I'm saying Michael Bay, stay away from Man of Steel 2. If they decide to get two directors, or
Well, they're not
Zack
gonna do
Snyder
that.
gets help, not two directors, but gets help. At least that would be someone good.
Yeah. Which this time they're not gonna have Christopher Nolan to help this time. Like as much as.
Oh wait, they already do. Mark Miller, fucking Mark Miller, the guy who actually helped write a lot of Batman books and knows the character Bruce Wayne. He's the one that will probably actually make or break the movie.
Maybe.
He's a consultant on it, and he's the one helping everything.
But I've seen movies where you had many great consultants and many great stuff, and the movie turned out to be shit. So I mean, I'm just saying.
But this is Mark Miller, though. This
doesn't matter.
This is the reason why the new X-Men movies are going to be great.
It's like John Carpenter or something. Sometimes the movies he writes are really shitty, but then some of the other movies are really good. So you never know if it could be bad or not, even if it's directed by Mark Miller or not. So there's always a negative to each positive. And with Zack Snyder and with Ben Affleck, too much
Mark
negatives.
Miller also created Kick-Ass, the whole thing of it too.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean,
you never know. He might be actually help it just right him out, but it all depends on what DC wants.
Yeah, and DC is.
If DC fucks up in this, then they fuck themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they're competing with Marvel. If they fuck this up, then they're never going to compete with Marvel ever. It doesn't matter what they put out. They put Justice League out, and it'll probably be half-assed Justice League, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, I know, and I bet you $1 million it does that too.
Because they're going to rush the Justice League. They're going to probably try work on Justice League. Oh, yeah, they are. Actually, they said they are going to work on Justice League right after Man of Steel 2.
Yep.
And they're going to make I want to see a Flash movie. They talk making that on the side. And that's the one I actually want to see more than Man of Steel 2 or Justice League. As long as they get the right actor, the right director, they put him being a womanizing smartass on it, then that'll be awesome. Because, well, Mitchell here hasn't seen Flash Justice League movie Flashpoint. I'll show him sometime. The Flash is awesome in it, and it kind of gets you into the Flash character.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Justice League cartoon where he's like flirting with every girl and everything and fails miserably is pretty funny. Or even they might get the guy from Smallville that played Lex Luthor, who was the Flash's voice, in a Justice League cartoon to play the Flash. That'd be awesome because he's right around the age that he's not.
Yeah.
He's like in his mid-30s now, I think. He's like in his mid-30s. He'd make a good Flash.
Well,
but basically, bet for Batfleck, and he is. Be better if you like the.
You and. Gonna blow. It's gonna blow. It's gonna fucking suck.
Well, it's the Scream team, and Well, you can see I'm pro.
And fuck you, Ben Affleck, Batman, you shithead.
Batflick, hope you do good.
I hope you do too, but you're not.
I think you will.
Nope.
You
Nope.
will. You
Nope.
will. You will.
Nope.
You
Nope.
will.
Nope.
You will.